Hey guys, welcome to Raja Makes Money. How are all my money makers doing today? Hopefully you guys had a good day in the market. Overall, the market was down. Rough day for, I know, a lot of you. But the good news is all our Patreon members and Kenny and the swing trades and some of his OTC stuff made a lot of money and did really, really well today. So that worked out well. Everything went good on that stuff. But hey guys, welcome and thank you for joining us. And the cat is out of the bag, and GameStop earnings are out. And I think the subject line says they beat earnings by a penny. I think they actually missed earnings by a penny. So we will fix that. I am sorry about that, but I just want to get that out of the way. So you don't have to let me know about that. So BOD messed up on the subject line. But hey guys, I hope everyone's doing having a great day, and I feel so much better after yesterday. Now that I have hair, because apparently yesterday I was bald and fat. So today I'm just fat. So if that guy shows up today, and I also have some research about that because I was really concerned about that yesterday. But hey, let's get right into it. How did we do today? We lost money. 57,000 is actually, it's very weird too, depending on where you look at if I look at my account on my phone, it was 54,000. If I look at it here, it's 57,000. So I don't know, somewhere around 54, 55,000. But here's what we did. So this is going to be interesting. And it's going to be even a more interesting 3 days coming up this week with GameStop earnings out. Obviously the main stuff, IDEX today got crushed. So that one actually brought our account down pretty bad. Jaguar was down, CTYX up a little bit, Gold Rich Mining up a little bit. And we had one day trade right here. I did JZZ Technologies. That was from Kenny and the research team, and made money on it. We could have made a lot of money on it if I would have. I'll show you what we did. We'll talk about it. Yeah, I could have made about $6-7 grand on $10,000 really quick, but I sold too soon. Would have been huge. But yeah, some people in the Patreon group did really, really well with it. And like I said, any of you guys can join our Patreon group where you get Kenny and his trades in real time, what he's coming out with. Just go to patreon.com/Raja Makes Money. So GameStop or CC. So I got back into CCIB today. A little, just sold some 200s. Those are already down a little bit. I'll probably sell some more 22s, 23s. Like I said, I think CCIB is somewhere around that $22 to $26 range. It just went down with the whole market today. IDX, Tesla. Tesla wasn't down that badly today. But definitely be interesting and stuff. So, and now GameStop. So finally the 100s, GameStop comes down, during the market hours today. And finally the 100s went up. Miracle. I couldn't believe it. At one point today, they were down again when the GameStop was up. It's going to be very interesting. Also, I wrote those other 400 contracts at the Hedge. I waited the 200 more of the 120s. I didn't wait long enough on that. Remember I said, and this is so disappointing. So today on the hedges, we're down about $300,000. So the good news is we know from now on, we wait till the day of earnings when volatility is the peak. If we're going to hedge something, to wait. And remember I said it's going to get better and better, and they are way up. So interesting enough, if you look at it now, GameStop, our hedges and the valuation of our hedges basically equals this. So if GameStop ends above $130 on Friday, and this stays anything above a penny, which I mean, it's going to be at least $2 or $3, I would assume. That's going to be our profit. We can close out that trade there or wait for it to go down some more. But we should, it's going to be interesting because right now GameStop earnings came out. It actually went up 15 points or 7. It got up to like 196. That didn't make any sense at all. They have 5,000 stores. They have to figure out what to do something with. Their digital online sales did double or went up like 1,075%, but that's nothing. That's not going to compete with all the companies out there. And they have 5,000 stores that they have to pay rent on, pay employees. And if they do shut all their stores down one day, that's 25,000 more Americans out of work because of that. Or international stores, 25,000 people out of work. So it's going to be very, very interesting what happens. I like where it's at right now, down 20 points. Like I said, I would love to see it down on Friday. I'd love to see this at $130 and we will make our $1 million on this play. Trust me, guys, I know how to hedge. I know it's a chess match. And these market makers, we were spot on. I remember I called this as a short. I said, this thing's going to tank at $340, and boom, it sure did. It's just the market makers haven't worked with us and made it, where it should be. So it's been crazy what it's been doing. In other news, Bitcoin was bouncing around about $54,000. Not sure if futures are out yet, but remember who told you guys yesterday? I said the market is going to crash. Remember I said there was going to be a big sell-off, and sure enough, it's coming. I don't think it's done yet. I think we're going to see some more stuff selling off. Let's go over the trades I made today. Here we go. So this was the every time I see this JZZI, I'm like Jizzy. I don't know. It makes me think about something else. I own a club. It's not that kind of club, bad like that. But I don't know. It's just a weird, simple, weird name to have your stock Jizzy. I don't know. Something weird about that. So let's go over this one. So this was an interesting one. JZZI today. I bought it at 0.775 average. This is what the average was on 100,000 shares. I flipped it at 8.085 cents. And so I made about $700 on this trade in, a matter of 7 minutes. This thing got to 16 cents. I was like, oh my God. I was like, not again. But you never know. Like, you just don't ever know. I mean, look at where it closed at 0.4 cents. So these little swing trades are huge. And this is the stuff that Kenny's putting out all day long that a lot of you guys are starting to take advantage of. And there's going to be so many more of these coming. Him and the research team are doing great on these. But you have to be fast. The problem for me is I'm not the fastest guy out there. But this Sunday, I have a huge announcement for all our Patreon members. And you guys are going to love it because I'm going to make Kenny put his money where his mouth is. And you wait till Sunday, guys. It's going to be big. But this is a good trade. We made $700, 7% return on investment. So in 8 minutes, so not bad. Unfortunately, we're still down for the day. We didn't have that many shares of it. CCIV, I sold 200 puts, 200 to open at 60 cents. It was actually a limit order. It took a while to get filled, but then when it did tank off. Hopefully CCIV holds around this 24. Like I said, I think CCIV's got a good future. I think $22 to $26 range is where it's going to sit for the next couple of weeks. GME, GameStop, I sold 200 contracts at 620. And then I sold, this is the one I sold way too early. But this was earlier in the day. GameStop was up again. Like every day this thing goes up and then crashes. This thing's gone down 6 straight days. Since I said to short this thing, it's gone down every single day pretty much. But it's very interesting. Like I said, it makes me sick to think if we would have just waited and done what I said. But I started getting worried when I see it popping up 10 points. I'm like, God, because I want to show you guys that we can make a lot of money on these trades. And it's also a learning curve for me. I've never really traded on, nobody really had Wall Street bets and Reddit, but now I understand how they work. And I also understand how these money makers can screw with us. So, but the good news is I got some big moves coming up. Also, guys, as you know, everybody, yesterday, I was called all these horrific names by a bully in the group, called me bald and fat. And so I did a little research. So how many people lose their hair and what treatments are available? So according to a 2014 survey by the International Society of Surgery, approximately 35 million men in the United States suffer some type of hair loss. And while approximately 21 million women are even affected by hair loss, with approximately 320 million people in the U.S. and at least 20% of them under the age of 30 in 2014, that means that 1 in 5 Americans are losing their hair, with men representing a higher percentage of hair loss. So I'm just insulted by that guy as much as you are. Then he called me fat, which I'm not sure what that had to do with stocks. He said, so then I looked up obesity and overweight. Worldwide obesity has nearly tripled since 1975. In 2016, more than 1.9 billion adults 18 years or older were overweight. Of these, over 650 million were obese. 39% of adults aged 18 years and over were overweight. So this guy basically called out 40% of the population. Of course, he had no picture on his profile, with everybody on Facebook has a picture on their profile. So not sure what kind of trading this guy does. Not even sure how the guy found the channel, but I just wanted to leave that out there. And you got to remember, at one time, guys, I was 308 pounds. I may have been heavier than that. I think I stopped weighing myself at 308 because I felt so bad. But I just want to clear all that up. In other news, GameStop is still down 20 points. We call this one. It's going to be interesting. What I'm guessing tomorrow is these are going to drop a little. If GameStop opens up at 20 points, 30 points down, these may go up a little bit or maintain. This one should maintain value better because it's further out. And I was looking at the charts. And so and this is also, depending on where GameStop is, we have the cash available. If GameStop's, sitting at 150 on Friday, we could push some of these up and chase some more money on the hedge. But if you do look at this, and just for, fun, obviously there's more volatility in there. When the stock closed today, it was basically $180 where it closed at the end of the day. So if you look at GameStop, end of the day, or 181. So let's just say 180. So if you take off 20 points, the 180 was $30. So if you do the math, that's about an 18% premium on that, or 17%, 17%. If you went down 20 points to the 160, that was $20. So there's about $10. So hypothetically, if the volatility and everything stayed the same and the stocks all come down, that would be, what the value of these are. The 130 was like $9 by $10. So, this should come down if the volatility comes down, but it's going to be interesting. This thing could take a huge dump tomorrow. And like I said, we have 50 points. It's down 20 now. We have 50 points to the 130s. Even at the 130s, I can do some hedging or I can do some adjustments. But and I only have 200 contracts out there, and at $10, I basically takes me all the way down to 120s. So, like I said, hopefully for Friday, if this thing was right around 130 this Friday and we keep all this and this thing is $10 or something, it's going to be huge. We're going to make a lot of freaking money, like I told you guys on this trade. So hopefully everything works out, because if the stock, you got to remember intrinsic value, as the stock comes down, they've screwed with us a lot with this, but if it comes down enough, this should keep going up or stay stable. If you look at the chart and you look at, with 3 days to go, take something that's 30 points out of the money, the 150 is $15.90. And like I said, there's probably 20-30% in volatility in there. So maybe that'd be like $12. So if GameStop was to go to 130, the 100s should probably be, well, according to that, they should be $15, in the middle of the week. But and that's with only 3 days left. But these could go to $15. If this thing goes to $15, even if it goes to $12, we're going to have a really, really big week, because we pick up this 700,000 and we would have $1.2 million over here. Even at $10, it's 1.1 million. So we have a lot. Everything's looking really good right now. So what do we need to happen? GameStop just comes down a little bit and not too much. And well, like I said, up to 50 points, I'm fine. Even if it came down 60 points and we had to buy the 120s back, we could still do other hedging, all sorts of different cool things we can do. So let me take some questions, guys. What do you guys have going on that you want to talk about? Let's see. Oh, Michael's back. Look at this, guys. Is this the right Michael? Nice carpet, Raja. And for the record, I said yesterday that you are a fat cat, not that you are fat. That's not what you said. We'll have to go to the historical record for this. But welcome back, Michael. Happy to have you. And you also said I was bald. So did you forget about that? And unfortunately, look how many other bald people there are in the world if you saw the statistics. But I'm not bald any longer. I have hair today. So hopefully you like my hairdo, just for you. All right, what do you guys got for me? IDX is about to pop. I sure hope so, because we are sitting on 180,000 shares, and that hurts when it goes down 26 cents, because that was 46 grand. I haven't hedged it yet because it's only month options. So I felt, why hedge it early for 40 cents? Because if it did run, it would be too soon to hedge it. So it's like, how to play it. If this thing bounces up, 50 cents, it gets up to that 350, like we are hoping, or we do hedge it, we have could be 75, 100,000 the next month to make off of it. Jaguar, got to figure out something to do there. These other ones, some more day trades, and it should look pretty good. Also, in other news, let me pull this up from Kenny and the research team. Let's go over what he had today. AABB dip play winner, TGGI winner chicken dinner, Jizzy winner chicken dinner, and that was a Jizzy that I played. So guys, it is like, I can't tell you guys enough. Kenny and the research team is doing an incredible job. And like I said, we're going to put our money where our mouth is starting next week. Wait till Sunday when you see what we have going on and stuff. Satoshi says, Ganoose recommendation from Phil. How's that one doing? Yeah, Phil gave us that one around 2. He said it'll be like a Christmas gift. Hopefully it's doing well. When I looked at it the other day, it was like $2.10. WTTI winner, HPNN dip play winner, MRPI winner has a lot of life left. KYNC winner has a lot of life left. I'm not calling out losers for this reason. These plays seem to have life at some point. Many of the mentions may not work day one, but at some point they have been coming to life. I will put out shortly the mentions, in my honest opinion, can go boom. So all our Patreon members, make sure you are on the private Facebook group. Once you join Patreon, very easy directions will get you added in immediately. Almost 200 Patreons now. And the group's starting to get very, very active. It's really nice, looking good in there and stuff. So hopefully you guys can all join us. Phil's spot on. Genius today, up 24 cents, up a little bit after hours even. Not sure what the news was. 52-week high for the stock was $11.73. Hopefully Phil didn't own it on that day of the year. Wonder when it even hit that. 11. I don't even see where it got that high. Somewhere in there, I guess. I don't know. 5 years. Who knows? Came all the way down to 20 cents. So this one's coming back to life. Phil was spot on this one. So hopefully it does well. What else you guys got for me? Rajay, can you ask Kenny and the team about Galaxy Next Generation GAXY? Of course we can. GAXY. 2 cents. Been as high as 28. I mean, the good news is it's at its 52-week low. So if you're going to get in on this one, you're definitely getting in at the right price all the way down. Grant approval, vendor status by St. John's County Schools in Florida. So I would assume this was good news at whatever they do. But if the stock's down and that news came out during the day, so the 6-month chart, I guess it sat around 2 cents. Oh, wait a second. What am I looking at here? 28 cents. Yeah, I mean, this thing had a little pop in here. It looks like it's come down. I don't know. These are tough. Definitely have to... definitely have to look at it. Kenny likes it. He says, Kenny says he doesn't like this one. So hard to say on that. It's not in his radar screen. Jeff Schwartz, where do you see DLPN or HOFV going? Got on the train on both at fair prices, NFTs. And I don't know, DLPN, Dolphin Entertainment. Yeah, all these NFTs are skyrocketing. It's just like my Wax coin. Wow, up 7 points after hours. So you did good on this one, Jeff. If you got in, even if you got in before or during the day today, you're up 42% after hours. So that's incredible. These NFTs are taking off, but this is the same thing with Reddit. These things are going to go up, and these things are going to crash hard. They're not going to last forever. Just like everything else. And there's a lot of, while you're hearing about these big trades and everything, which I think some of this could be scams or some weird stuff going on, while you're hearing about all these big trades and all this stuff, there's a lot of NFTs that you can't sell for 50 cents. Because I was even thinking, I was like, these NFTs, this makes sense. I'm going to take all my jackpot videos and I'll make them into NFTs. But I think you got to be very careful with them. So, this one too, after hours, wow, 75%, well, down 23. I don't know. It's tough. These are bouncing all over. Kenny says on this one here, they're calling for $10 on it. So hopefully it hits that and you make a lot of money, Jeff. So, hey, Raja. Hi, chat. Hope everyone is making money today. Hi, Tracy D. And Tracy D is just resting up. She got to be ready for tonight because I am live in the casino tonight. Raja, how would you play Microsoft with the pending purchase of Discord? That was interesting. When I saw that, so you have a new administration, obviously since the January in office. They are much more aggressive against tech and some of that stuff. And does the word monopoly come to mind? Or too big. It's going to be interesting. How many, and it's not a small purchase. How much more stuff can Microsoft buy and have before, if you watch the EU, what they're talking about and breaking, now they want Facebook to maybe break out Instagram, even though they've owned Instagram for 8 or 10 years. So it's going to be interesting what happens with some of these large companies, especially adding something else to Microsoft. I don't know if, it's going to, I don't know. The government, you just never know. Also interesting enough, whatever happened to TikTok? Remember they had with Trump and the selling it and all that stuff, and I haven't heard anything about it. Timbo in the house. I think price of oil is going up. I'm starting to feel it at the pump. Yeah, it has been sneaking up, but it always does in wintertime. Then once winter's over, it comes down. But you have, people are traveling again. People are buying gas, and you got, more stuff out there. So it's definitely making a difference. And big shout out to Timbo, one of our YouTube sponsors. He gets access to those really cool emojis and stands out in the chat. Same with Marjorie in the house. And there's one of our emojis. Unfortunately, it doesn't translate the emojis on here. But the good news is you guys stand down in the chat, and I can always see you guys a mile away. So here we go. R. Anderson, ARE, and GME are in GameStop. Not sure what you're asking. We are in GameStop very heavily. We were betting on it to go down, and sure enough, it's going down. And where are we at now? Oh my God. I thought that was GameStop. I was like 237. No, it was down about 20. Let's see how it's doing now. Still down about 20 points. So it's going in the right direction where we need it. Paul says, Raja, I've been a fan of yours since you were ever the big jackpot. Back on the only Raja slots. You amaze me how much you've grown on social media. You're doing great and keep it up. Thank you, Paul, so much. And I appreciate that so much. And all you guys, thank you all, for subscribing, being part of Raja Makes Money, the Big Jackpot, all our social media channels and all the different stuff. And I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you guys, subscribing and always click those notification bells so you know when we're live and you get the messages. Also, guys, please share it. Let everybody know about us. It's hard launching a new. I'm telling you, I didn't realize how hard it was to start a new channel up. It is hard, but we are doing it and we are making progress. Jeff Scott says Judgment Day for GameStop today. So it's interesting. Like I said, as far as the company goes, they're in a good spot. They have cash on hand. They're not in any bad situation. But it's very interesting when you look at it. They didn't hit their numbers. They have 5,000 stores they need to get rid of, and they know that. Unfortunately, I think a lot are in America. There's probably some international, but unfortunately for employees, that's 25,000 jobs that will be lost over the next couple of years. And it's going to be a long process. Their digital media growth was over 1,000, or was it like 1,700? I don't know. It was over 1,000% growth, but I don't know. I mean, going from 100 million to 200 million, and you have a valuation at $18 billion. Well, now their market cap's 12 billion at 160. That's nothing special. It's going to be very interesting how it all ends and how it plays out for them. But I think they're smart. They got a new COO. They got some new stuff going on. The Chewy guy. It's going to be very, very interesting. Like I said, it'll be interesting where it goes from here and what it does. After this is done, I'm out of it. I'm going to show you guys how to make the money. The one I got to ask you about, who said they wanted to short GameStop? AMC at 14. Remember I said that was my next one I wanted to do? It's already down $4 or $3.50 from where I said after hours $4. Remember I said at 14 bucks, this thing is the next best short out there. I guess I was a little late on this one, so I'm going to keep watching it. I thought that was going to be definitely interesting. Doug A says GameStop said they may sell more stock to fund their transformation. Sounds like they will, but they said they had cash on hand. So I don't know. I didn't get a chance to hear the whole earnings report and everything. I know they have cash on hand. I mean, they're, like I said, I think they're a great company at $15, $20 a share. At 200, 400, 800, giga, whatever they were going to do on Reddit with it. They're not. And you know, it's interesting when you watch some of the people on CNBC, and this is what I've been saying for a long time. They are, saying the word here. Like they said, there's no fundamentals in it. So it's the same thing like with these NFTs. There's no fundamentals in it. What makes one person's NFT worth $2.5 million and another person's worth 2.5 cents? So it's definitely definitely interesting and stuff. So here we go. Michael's back. Not trying to be a bully, just challenge the revered Raja on his opinions. I think you make race baiting comments all too reminiscent of the last 4 years. Just not a lot of compassion for those less fortunate. You and I can agree to disagree on this. So there was no racial comments or anything made. I made remarks that said, with this money that's going and allocated to hotels, do you want those people in your hotels that have very little respect? And I said, it's not all of them, but it's a very big majority. And then you needed to say the fat, bald guy. Now you're trying to say you said fat cat. Did you forget about the bald part? Like I said, Michael, you don't even have a picture on your profile. You don't even have a real profile. Your name's probably not even Michael. Honestly, I just leave you here because it's enjoyment. It's actually enjoyment to have somebody who just hates me so much watching me and being another view. And obviously you must be a subscriber and you must have your notification bell on because you seem to show up every day. So keep on having fun, buddy. So Margaret says, absolutely no racial comments. He's probably suffering from TDS. I have no idea. All I know is I never make any racial comments. One, like I said, my kids are half Mexican. I had twins with a Mexican person. If you guys watch my live streams, I have every imaginable race and color as friends and people in them and working for me. So I have a son who wants to be a female. I pretty much accept everything in life. And you know what? You should, because life's too short to worry about that kind of stuff. So Jeff Scott says, just block him. He's not in my head. He's actually enjoyable. And thanks to him, I put on my toupee today. I now have hair. And you know what? We have almost like a record amount of people watching today. So it's working out, buddy. Working out. I'm not too worried. Michael has helped us tremendously. But what else you guys got? What other stock questions? What else you got today? Marjorie says, Raja. Marjorie's getting ready. Another one of our mods on the mod squad for tonight. What do you guys got? What questions? DJ says, Raja, you'll never satisfy the hitters. Oh, I know. I don't even try to. It's like I said, it's kind of entertaining. People enjoy it, having them in. Tracy D, hashtag hugs for Michael. So Drew says, love the dreads. All right, there we go. Roger, what do you think of BNGO? So that one, got as high as like 14, 15 bucks and then came all the way down to like 6 or 7 again. I think it's around, $8 today. There it is. I don't know. I think Kenny called, did you guys call this the teacup or handle? I don't know. I think it's just one of those stocks where, this was a 50-cent stock at $8. That's tremendous growth on a 50-cent stock. Why is it, worth 15? I have no clue. I know Jeff Schwartz likes this one a lot. He played it, did really well with it. Here we go. Biogenetic announces financial results for the 3 and 12 months ended December 31st. Position raising $335 million. So after hours, it's up a little. My guess is based on this, and now that earnings are out, it's not going to go too far, so it'll be interesting. Raja, I hedged AMC puts by selling the $10 puts expiring this Friday. I don't want to on the stock. Should I buy to close my position at a loss? Well, you got a couple of things. Depending on, one, you can write it out till Friday. If it stays above $10, you're not going to get the stock put to you. You also could get the stock put to you, and then, because obviously you probably aren't able to use margin on it, so if it got put to you, you already have the cash on hand. Then you could sell the call against it, the $10 call. So if we, here, we'll pull it up a chart for you. So let's see here. AMC. All right, so you sold a $10 put, without knowing how many puts you sold. I mean, it's 50 cents. It's probably going to be up a little bit more if the stock's at $10 right now or down another. But I mean, it's still pretty cheap. I mean, if you, I guess, if you only sold it for like 10 cents because it's moved 35 cents today, you're pretty probably down 75%. But let's look at like next week. If you go out a week and you look at the $10 call, let's say you did get it put to you, you could just sell this. Look at this is what I always look at. So let's say you got the stock put to you, and at $10, or actually at 10.50, the call is 133, 138 at 10, 156, 161. So if the stock goes down more, this would probably be if it's down 50s after hours, it was down to $10 or something. So it'd probably be about $1.80. So honestly, let's say you got the stock, you get the stock put to you, and then you just immediately sell on Monday the $10 contract. You could even go as low as $8 contract or something in the money if you just want to get rid of it. But this may be a nice way to not really lose your shirt and come out ahead. I don't think GameStop's going. I don't think AMC is going to $2. I just thought at $14, I definitely saw it coming to $7 or $8. So that's the way to play it, and it's nice because they have the weekly options. So you could write, if you write this call and you pick up $1.50, it takes you down to $8.50. You pick up another $1.50, gets you to $7 the next week. In 3 weeks, you could be ahead on it. So that's how I would play it. Those, and that's how with the hedging and different stuff, you always want to look out. Adam says, when will CTYX pop? I don't know. We're waiting on Kenny, and the research team says any day, minute, hour now. Hopefully very soon. So that one, and the big news on that one is the name change. So that's a big name change play. So when that comes. And also some other stuff. They have some deals in the pipeline. Jeff Schwartz, not in bingo at this point, needs a catalyst for re-entry. So there you go. There's Jeff's opinion on bingo. Paul, hey, Roger, are you still holding CCIV? Also, have you looked into Planterra? What are your thoughts on it? So we did get back into CCIV actually today. In my main account. I have it in my other accounts. I actually, on CCIV, I wrote a lot of puts at 24.50. These I wrote at the 24 today. And I'll probably write a lot more, depending on what GameStop does tomorrow. You'll see me come in pretty heavily on CCIV again. I like the price point. I think it has a lot of support at this level. Palantir, like I said, I don't like the stock. I mean, it's a good company and stuff. I just don't like where it's going. It's come way down from its highs. It had that, and then you got to remember, this isn't really a Reddit stock, Palantir. This is just a true fundamental stock. And they came out and they said on their earnings that they don't, they're not going to, they're not going anywhere. They're not going to have a blowout quarter. They're actually going to be down a little bit. They were very honest with us. The only reason this thing did pop is because of Catherine Wood, and her, ETF or EFT, whatever her thing with it. I just think it's one that I don't think it's going to go below $20, and I don't think it's going to go above $30. So, I guess at $21, $22, it could be a good buy, but it'll definitely be interesting where it goes and stuff. So, Marjorie, PWC, thoughts on it? Rumor says it will surpass Netflix. PWC. I've never even heard of it, Marge. Invesco Dynamic Market ETF. I have no. I don't even know how it would. It's not. If it's an ETF, it's not even like Netflix. So I'm not sure. Not sure on that one. But sorry. All right. Fusion GTII short seller is short 40 million shares with no convertible debenture. GTII. Let's see here. Tech Industries. $1.40. Yeah. I mean, this is. Definitely interesting. I don't know the exacts on all that. Wilton Industries Group announces offering of warrants to purchase the company's common stock. So that was yesterday. I don't know what the price of the warrants are, but that he could hedge and buy those. Here's the thing. I always try and tell people. I know people always say, Raj, it's all shorts. And when a lot of these OTC stocks go up and down really quick, everybody says, Raj, it's the shorts, it's this, it's that. I'm going to be honest with you. There isn't a lot of people. Well, first of all, it's hard to short an OTC stock and get the stock. And two, there's not a lot of people who are shorting 10-cent stocks. The odds, that's very, very high risk to short a 10-cent stock. So you got to be very, very careful with that kind of stuff. Damien, $5 super chat. I got 16 contracts of SWCH, $35 strike, expiration 1/20/23. Wow. Fast growing data center in Las Vegas, about to build another center. How would you play it going forward? 16 contracts, 35 strikes. So it's a call. So let's, we'll pull up the chart here for you. SWCH. What price are you into it at? So $35 call. Wow. So the stock's $16. So we got a stock that's $16. Hold on a second here. SWCH. What is the 50? So, it's never been above $20. But obviously the 2023 is quite a ways out there. Let's see. I don't even, so there's a $30. So you have the 23s. Here we go. Wow. All right. So I'm guessing you're into this for 35, 40 cents. The biggest problem with this, you can come down and hedge it, but you don't have any strikes. Short term, if you wanted to sell against your hedge or to hedge it to make some money with it, one, you just sit on it and wait. I'm trying to see where you could even hedge it at. Here there's not even any bids. You'd have to, this one would be tough. I think you just have to wait this one out until it comes up some, and so a very long wait. Very long wait on that one. So, like I said, you can hedge stuff when if there's bids, but it's so far out of the money. That would be tough. Just out of curiosity, why wouldn't you, instead of having 16 contracts here at 35, why not do like 8 contracts on the 25s, which have been about the same price, but then at least it gives you opportunity because there is some bids. There's not really even a bid at 25. You'd have to go out. 23. At 20 cents, it looks like stuff starts. This would be a tough one. This would be very tough. Even if you did the 20s at $1.64 contracts. This is one of those, if in 3 years the stock's $100, you're going to do terrific. You're going to make 70, these 30 cent contracts, 40 cents are going to be $100. But I honestly, on that one, it would be very, very hard to play that one. So, Paul, what do you think about eye stock? Last week, they got FDA approval for a bionic eye to help blind people see. Also, a patent was filed or approved, and now there was talk of a possible merger. Stock went from $2.75 to $25 a week ago and a few days ago. Now it dropped and has been hanging around $12. Rumors is supposed to blast to the moon. Any insight? And I know Kenny and the research team, we were playing, he had that one, when it took off. Second sight medical. I don't know. This is, definitely, if they have what they say, it could be really, really good. Obviously, at $12 is much better than 20. You said 25. It says 52-week high on it was 20. So I don't know if it did get to 25 or they didn't register it right. Hard to say. The volume's way down. So usually when a stock's going to start to take off or really get moving, the volume goes up. Meme share revival drives volume surge on a handful of tiny stocks. So it could be from that. I don't know. If what they're saying is true, it could be really, really good. So hard to say. General Dynamics Corporation. $175 a share. My dad gave me 2,000 shares of GD before he passed away. Can I give them to my daughter? You can do whatever you would like to do. You don't have to have my permission. I'm sure your daughter will be happy. Nice $350,000 gift. I'm sure you will be a favorite at the. You'll be her favorite for the rest of your life. But definitely a good play. And this stock is near its highs. So you may want to just sell it and take the tax, pay the taxes. I mean, this thing is right up there. So interesting one. But guys, I've got good news for you. Are you guys ready for the good news? We got live play tonight on my other channel, The Big Jackpot. So that's why we did an earlier show. Also, tomorrow the show is going to be at 4 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, be 30 minutes earlier than usual. But we got live play tonight from the casino, from Grand Z Casino in Central City, Colorado. So BOD should be going live here any minute now. And I hope you guys can join me. It's going to be lots of fun tonight. Live play from the casino with the Raja. Let's check on GameStop one more time where it's at. Still at 160, down at 20 points. So be an interesting next 3 days for us. But hope you guys can join us. If you are first-time viewers, please subscribe. Click the gray bell for YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, please follow me and click the thumbs up for notifications on Facebook so you know when we go live. And thank you guys so much. You guys are my money makers. I'm just the Raja. I hope you guys make lots of money in the market. And hey, let's have a big day tomorrow. I'll see you guys. I'll see some of you guys in a couple hours live on the Big Jackpot. Take care, guys. Otherwise, I'll see you all tomorrow.